Hi, I'm Randy Welsh, co-founder and president of Jibu. I know many of you, but certainly not all. It's a big mailing list. And I'm also representing Galen Welsh, who's co-founder. He's living in Uganda under partial lockdown. I'm here in Colorado under pretty full lockdown. And we thought it'd be a change of pace just to have talk to you through video versus a bunch of text and an email, which I think you're probably getting bombarded with. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing, what Jibu's doing in the COVID or coronavirus crisis. And I think this is such a great message. I hope you're going to be encouraged by this. You're part of it, and I hope you're proud and happy when you hear some of these things. First off, in Africa, this is not the first, the last, or the worst challenge folks there face. There's many other diseases that come, wars, disasters, that really stress their systems. And we're in 7 countries. You may know that already. Each one of those countries is very different in terms of the impact of this crisis, and also their response to it. Some are stricter than others. So our attitude and response has to be tailored to those situations, each of those situations individually. Now, our network is employees, which is actually the smallest part of our network, and then many franchisees, which are separate business owners operating under the Jibu franchise model. And then we also have business partners, top business people who have purchased the license for the right to develop Jibu in their country, and they have franchisees under them. So it's a very large network at this point with a lot of complexity. So I wanted to share with you sort of how what the messaging is that we're giving to them. I hope you find it encouraging and interesting. I think it applies to a lot of situations, not just Jibu. So 2 things. Our framing and posture is one not of panic, but of calm urgency. And we use those words intentionally, calm urgency. We think that's the best way historically, it seems, that people have gotten through challenges like this with a level-headed focus and understanding of the situation they're in. And secondly, viewing this as an opportunity to maintain and actually grow the Jibu brand. Now, brand to us isn't just the appearance, the outward appearance of things. That's what most people think brand is, like your outer image. It is that, of course, but it's more than that to us. It's who we are on the inside. So in times of stress and challenge that sort of strips away all those external appearances, we want the true us to rise and be better. And that's what we're finding is happening, which is why this is such a sort of interesting and encouraging time for us. We work very hard as a business to build on a strong foundation. And a strong foundation is, number one, to us doing the right thing as a business, which to us is both making money and making lasting impact. And secondly, partnering with the best people we possibly can find. The reason that's important is because good organizations and good people rise to challenges when pressure comes, which the situation certainly is that. Good news, it's paying off. I'm going to give you an example. So we're starting to implement free delivery to our various neighborhoods. We have delivery in many places already, but we're expanding that. But here's the great news. Many of our franchisees are beating us to the punch. They're already doing this and many other things. And that's exactly the best we could hope for. This is a decentralized model. So it's sort of bottoms up, and they're responding in their countries and their neighborhoods with appropriately within the boundaries that we give them. But we give them a lot of flexibility to respond and be proactive in terms of solving challenges in their own neighborhood. And I'll say one other thing that's really wonderful. Our focus is on high-density urban environments. That's our target audience. And as you know, that's where the coronavirus has making most impact. So we're sort of in the right place at the right time to make a difference in these places. I want to share just a few of the messages that we're giving our network about this that you may find interesting. First, is family is super important in Africa, and it's important everywhere, of course. So what we're telling them is treat your customer like the most valued and loved family member. Now, how do we rate the family members? It's heart to heart. So in heart to heart, when you're relating heart to heart, you naturally do the right things. So taking it up a level in terms of meeting customers in that way is super important to make that sort of connection and understand where they're at. Even if they're not under lockdown, there's fear and confusion. So having that sort of relationship is super important. A second thing is ownership. Our core of our business is about ownership. And this is where I think we're shining. It's their passion, these business owners' passion, their creativity, all the things they're doing that's making this all work. Their creativity, their urgency in their business interests. So, what we're saying to them, I guess to sum it up in one word, would be a hero. Be a hero to your customer, of course, safely. We have all sorts of hygiene measures we take and all that. So it's not stretch the business that way or take those type of risks. But go as far as you can, stretch as far as you can to make a difference in the lives of your customers. Now, obviously, as the corporation that's serving these franchisees, we have to be heroes to them also, which definitely stretches us too. And sometimes they look to us like we have all the answers and we have all the money and all these things to help them. That's not true, and that's not the dynamic we want. So this ends up in sort of in fostering the type of team dynamic that we want, which is really a partnership, bottoms up, top down, working together to solve this tough challenge. Another message is about opportunity. Now, we've always been on the forefront of healthcare in these countries and in these environments, but we're even more valuable now and recognized by many of the governments as critical services, of course, in these situations. But this is an opportunity for them, our franchisees, to go back and look at their database of maybe customers that were there at one time that are lost now, re-strengthen those relationships, reach out to them. And obviously that's where delivery comes in. As we know, all over the world, delivery is becoming, a stronger thing. What we say to them too, if you're not more tired at the end of the day, maybe there's some more hustle you could be doing, because this is our time to shine. This is our opportunity. Take advantage of it. And if they do that, and I think if we all do that, there's no regrets. We won't have any regrets about this time, that we reached to be the best we could, given the constraints we have, and reaching for the best. And lastly, I would say it's building for tomorrow. Tomorrow, the hope for tomorrow is built on all the decisions we make today. And there's many todays right now that we have in this current situation. For our business in particular, it's our franchisees building goodwill in their customers, investing in their customers, adding extra value at this time. And what that does is it sort of puts a deposit in people's hearts, I guess is the way to say it, in terms of appreciation, good feelings, those sort of things. It's an investment in tomorrow. That in our business, it's a refill business. We need loyalty, we need repeat customers. That should pay off. And so people remember how they're treated when things are tough. I think that maybe people remember that, and customers remember that more now and more in these type of situations than they do just in the course of business, because it shows authenticity. I've been going to Africa for some 25 years. I still hear stories from 25 years ago about different crises that people have gone through where people or organizations have stepped up and helped them. So it creates a lifelong connection. Those things are important. But you know what? Doing business right is good business. But even if it isn't good business, it's the right thing to do. Life is bigger than just business, and that's what we're drawing forth, we think, and we're so happy, encouraged about, is the way our business is being better contextualized in these type of challenges in the markets. So we challenge our network with this. We say, when you get squeezed, what comes out? And is it fear? Is it anger? Is it frustration? I think we're all human. We all have those feelings right now because it's a confusing time. But hopefully it's more than that. It's even stronger than that. It's courage. It's compassion. It's kindness. Because courage isn't the absence of fear, but it's doing the right thing in the face of fear. So this is what we see rising up in Jibu right now. As our employees and as our franchisees are doing their best to be heroes to their customers and serve in this tougher time. And it's a nice reset for us. We're rediscovering who we are, why we're doing, and getting re-energized as a company. So I wanted to thank you as our friends, and we call you friends actually internally. This newsletter that you receive, it's grown very large. We call it the Jibu Friends newsletter. So you're our friends. I hope you know that, and we appreciate all the encouragement over the years so many of you have given to us. If you want to learn more how we're involved, we're doing these things and ways that you might get involved, just let us know. Thank you very much.